Max Verstappen aired his frustrations with Red Bull after problems with his engine forced him to retire from the Australian Grand Prix with 19 laps still to go. Verstappen's early withdrawal meant he picked up no points for a second time in three races and dropped to 6th in the Drivers' Championship, 14 points behind title rival and championship leader Charles Leclerc. Ferrari's Leclerc won in Melbourne by a 20-second margin ahead of Verstappen's teammate Sergio Perez in second. We're already miles behind, so I don't even want to think about a championship fight at the moment, said Verstappen. I think it's much more important to finish races. Of course, today was just in general a bad day again, but we didn't even finish the race. It's pretty frustrating and unacceptable, he said. Ferrari now 39 points clear of second place Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship, with Red Bull a further 10 adrift. Red Bull boss Christian Horner suspects a fuel problem caused Verstappen's issues, just as in the opening Bahrain Grand Prix. We expect it to be a lot closer to Ferrari in pace, and they were untouchable today, so congratulations then, he said to Sky Sports just after the race, but we obviously have some work to do. He added, I don't think it's actually engine related, I think it might be a fuel issue, but we need to get the car back and have a look at exactly what happened. Until we get the car back, we don't have the data and we don't have the info. It's desperately frustrating. I think, as Max said, we didn't have the pace to race Charles today, and they're in a different league. Asked last minute if in the pits might have played Raul Horner, I don't think it's related to that. It's premature until we get the car back, and it's just making hypotheses and we rather know facts. In Bahrain, both Red Bulls were hampered by fuel pressure faults, with a spokesperson saying the correct amount of fuel was in both cars, but a vacuum prevented the pumps from drawing fuel and delivering it to the engine. What will be of equal concern is potentially repeat the issue with Ferrari's self-evident superiority in performance, something which was clear both before and after Verstappen's exit. I'd rather fix a fast car than a slow one. We need to get on top of that, Horner explained. You could see the front tyres open up quite quickly in the race, and that's usually a sign that we haven't got this balance totally tuned in. And Red Bull, they need to bounce back this weekend in Imola, because if it keeps happening for much longer, then undoubtedly it's going to be championship over for them and before it really starts. And it's so frustrating because, like, on their day we saw in Bahrain, especially in Saudi Arabia, that Red Bull do have the car to compete with Ferrari, and Verstappen and Leclerc title battle will be really exciting. But yeah, at the moment it's just not materialising. Red Bull need to get on top of the reliability, because at the end of the day you have to agree with what George Russell said, that before anything you've got to be reliable, and Mercedes have proven that. I mean, yeah, they don't have the car to compete at the moment, but one thing they do have is a goddamn reliable car, and Ferrari as well. I mean, Mercedes has no right to be second in the championship, George Russell has been no right to be second in the Drivers' Championship, and yet they still are, and it just underpins the importance of picking up the points early on in the season, and that's what Red Bull are doing at the moment. And you do feel like the longer this goes on, it could really hamper their chances this season. So yeah, Red Bull need to get a fix as soon as possible to keep this title charge alive. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and if you want to comment down, follow us in the description for daily F1 news. Subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.